one of the questions that a lot of people have: what is the difference between web development and web design? Indeed, it's confusing for most of people. So, in this video, I will explain the difference and the requirements for each one of them. So, let's get into it. In a nutshell, web design refers to a static portion of the website, like shaped buttons, slideshow, login and sign-up forms, and use Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator and some other designing softwares to create the layout of the website. On the other hand, web development makes the design becomes true using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, and some other web programming languages. So web designer create the design and web developer make it becomes true. So let me take a close look on each one of them. Web designers begin by taking the client's opinion and what is suitable for them, then start creating the wireframes, and finally the designing stage. So the web designer should make balance between colors, font styles, images to create the best layout for the website. But web developer take the created design and build a fully functioning website using HTML, CSS, JavaScript and its frameworks, and PHP. But HTML create the structure of the website, and CSS style it, and using JavaScript or any web programming language to make it dynamic. Okay, I agree with you with all this, and it's easy and makes sense. But how can I decide to be a web developer or web designer? What are the requirements for each one of them? So let me see this. So web design need graphic design skills, like using Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator and other visual design wireframing. You should be familiar with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and also some other skills like choosing colors and font styles, have a good UX, which short for user experience, and this means that you should have the sense of what people will feel when they use your website. Always think like you are a client to make something easy to use, not complicated. And finally, the requirements for web developer. Of course, you have to be familiar with HTML, CSS, have a good skills in JavaScript and one or two of its frameworks like jQuery or React, good at PHP, Python, and MySQL. Indeed, web development divided into two parts: front-end developer, who is the one responsible for making the layout for the website, and of course make it dynamic using one of web programming languages like JavaScript or one of its frameworks, and back-end developer, who cares about data storing in databases and servers using PHP, or there is another thing called .NET, and the database for PHP is MySQL. So you have to learn PHP and MySQL. And I will create another video to explain the difference between front-end and back-end web development and the requirements for each one of them. Finally, if you see this video is useful and you get benefit from, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to get the new videos once it got published. See you next time.